Instead of being your daily coach today, I want to be your daily tutor. Here is a simple tutorial for how franchising works. You're listening to Create Wealth Through Franchising, and I'm your host, Kim Daly. In my 20 years as a franchise consultant, I've helped hundreds of people achieve their dreams of building and scaling franchise businesses to create wealth. This episode appears in video form on my YouTube channel, where I post new franchising content multiple times per week. Please take a moment to subscribe to the podcast and to my YouTube channel at kimdaly.tv. Now, enjoy the show. This video is a simple tutorial for how franchises work. But before I outline how franchises work, I want to be clear that you are never alone in your due diligence process. I am a franchise consultant, and I am here to help you learn about franchising while you explore specific franchise opportunities. So if this video inspires you, absolutely feel free to reach out to me. Follow the link on the screen, and someone from my team will reach out to you right away to schedule an introductory call. So let's talk about how franchises work. First, what is a franchise? A franchise is an opportunity to start a business, but not from scratch, like an entrepreneur. We're not out reinventing the wheel. We're taking the proven track record of a business that's offered to us for the price of a franchise fee, that comes with a proven toolbox, marketing, training, and technology, and we're buying down the learning curve of starting that business because we're partnering ourselves with people who've already figured out how to make money. And statistically, this also helps increase the likelihood of being successful. So we're partnering ourselves with people who've already figured it out. They're going to train us so we don't have to come to the table as widget masters or experts. We can enter a franchise business that we know nothing about and have as much likelihood of success in that franchise as somebody who did know something about it. But a franchise is an investment. It can be used as job replacement, but it is always still an investment because you will be investing your own capital into getting this business up and going. Unlike a passive investment, a franchise is a business. A business needs a leader, and a leader with a clear vision. That would be your role. That's what you bring to this proven franchise plan. So the franchisor creates a toolbox that will help you execute on the proven plan, moving toward profitability. They're going to train you, and they're going to be there to support you every step of the way. You get to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And you should be able to work on the business rather than in the business. And this is really what affords the scale to be built faster in franchise businesses than in entrepreneurial ventures, because owners are not building a business centered around their center of influence. Rather, they're leveraging this proven toolbox, a brand, the support and the training and the marketing. They're working on it rather than in it, focused on the growth, on the strategy, on the financials of growing that business rather than working in it on a day-to-day basis. And again, you can hire to the experience of the business, therefore allowing the owner to work on it while the team of employees work in it. A franchise business builds equity that you own and control. So it is a total myth that when you build a franchise business, it's not yours to sell. It is 100% your business to sell. In fact, if you're working with the Daly Coach, I'm going to inspire you to have that exit strategy vision. I don't want you to think that this is going to be the last thing you're going to do for the rest of your life. That's too weighty of a decision. I like the idea of entering into a business as a 5 to 7 year plan. And look, if you get to the end of that 7 years and you're having the time of your life, you can keep going and call that a win. But if you get to 5 to 7 years and feel like you've had enough of the business and you can put a for sale sign on that business and exit by selling it for some multiple of what you've built, then that's a win. Either way, you're setting yourself up to win in that scenario. So this franchise investment can be job replacement, but it's always an investment that builds equity, an investment that builds cash flow, and an investment that creates tax shelter or tax advantages. Now, during your due diligence process, you do not have to know what you need to know in order to say yes. Strong franchisors have a guided process to take you through where they're going to teach you what the Daly Coach calls the book theory of investing in their business. So they're going to teach you about who their customer is and how many of those customers you need to build a positively cash flowing business. They're going to teach you where to find those customers in your community. They're going to teach you how to execute on the marketing and or to go out and build referral relationships in your community. They're even going to train you on the actual product or service because, again, franchise businesses do not require you to have prior experience in that industry in order for you to be approved to become a business owner for that franchise. So you're going to go through about a 1 to 2 month due diligence process with the franchisor guiding you through every step of your investigation. If you're lucky enough to work with the Daly Coach, I'm also going to help you week by week understand what's coming up, how to get through a review of the franchise disclosure document, and how to reach out to individual franchisees. So after you've gone through what we call the book theory of exploring a franchise, then you're going to be led to what we call validation. So validation is where you have the opportunity to go interview the existing franchise owners to see out in the real world, how are people doing with this toolbox, with this opportunity? What are they able to make? When did they start cash flowing? Knowing what they know now, would they do it again? What are they looking forward to in their future? And all of the questions that you really have about what it's like to be a franchisee in this system, you're going to address those questions to the existing franchisees. Again, if you're working with the Daly Coach, I'm going to coach you through that validation process, helping you to know which questions and which franchise owners are going to be the most important for you to talk to that will help advance your knowledge of this franchise opportunity. After validation, you're going to end up at what's called a discovery day or a confirmation day. This is going to be your closing tool. Now, really strong franchisors, they use that discovery day event as their closing tool. But as your Daly Coach, I want you to use the discovery day as your closing tool. This is your due diligence process. I want you to feel in control and ready to make that final decision, yes or no. Ultimately, the franchise must be awarded to you based on a mutual evaluation process that took place during that 1 to 2 month due diligence. And then when you're offered the opportunity to move forward, then it is your opportunity to say yes or no to. So franchising affords the average person the opportunity to invest in a business, to go into business for yourself but not by yourself, to not have to worry about figuring out everything all on your own, but instead to be working collaboratively with other people and people who've already mastered the model, who've already figured out how to make money. I've been a franchisee in my franchise called Fran Choice for the last 19 years. Prior to that, I was an entrepreneur. I started multiple businesses on my own. Before 2020, I knew that I would always be self-employed. But I didn't know if I would always be part of a franchise system. After 2020, I am 100% sure that I will always be a part of a strong franchise organization. After watching unprecedented leadership that reopened businesses, that fought to get franchise owners PPP and then PPE so they could safely reopen and get back to making money and serving their customers, watching with pride at how these leadership teams led their franchisees out of paralyzed states, I am 100% certain that working together in a franchise organization is the way to go when you want to be self-employed. Franchising isn't right for everybody. We certainly need our entrepreneurs because every franchise starts out as an entrepreneurial venture. If we don't have any entrepreneurs, we'll never have any new franchise brands. We certainly need our entrepreneurs in the world. But if the idea of starting a business on your own scares you to death, but the idea of owning your financial future, your time, and your lifestyle inspires you, franchising could absolutely be the way to go. And if it is, I would love to be your daily coach. If you would like to reach out to me, please follow the link on the screen below. My team will be in contact with you within 1 to 2 business days so that we can schedule an introductory call and begin your journey into exploring franchise opportunities. If you found this inspiring, please contact me at inquire@kimdaly.tv. My consulting services are totally free to you. Again, that email is inquire@kimdaly.tv. I can't wait to hear from you.